Welcome to the Killer Innovation Show, the longest continuously produced podcast in history. Each week, Phil McKinney brings you the insights and strategies to amplify your creativity and innovation skills. Here's your host, Phil McKinney.
Welcome to this week's episode. Today, we're going to explore small innovations, and they're often astonishing large-scale impacts. From the accidental invention of the Slinky, a simple toy that has found its way into labs and researchers in recording studios, to the purposeful design of HDMI cables that revolutionized how we enjoy content. We will take a look at how simple concepts can transform into life-changing innovations. We'll also look at how to spot potential small innovations in your daily life and how to harness them for a substantial effect. Remember, no idea is too small or insignificant to cause a ripple of change. So buckle up as we explore the power of small innovations. But before we jump into this week's episode, I have that favor to ask: follow, like, and share. Follow us, like us, and share us on your favorite social media platforms. This is a great way to help us reach more people and spread the word about the podcast. Now, let's dive in to this week's episode. The world we inhabit is constantly changing. From technological advances of interconnectivity to the global movements that bring about social change, nothing seems stagnant for long. But oftentimes, it's not the sweeping revolutions that really move us forward. It's the small, everyday changes that can create a ripple effect and have an immense impact on our lives. Now, there is a prevailing belief that only grand, monumental, disruptive, breakthrough innovations can orchestrate significant change. This mindset, however, can be misleading. It often overlooks the transformative power of small innovations, the subtle yet impactful adjustments that can often lay the foundation for large-scale change. Consider the evolution of the smartphone, which wasn't born out of a sudden revolutionary idea. It was a product of numerous small innovations stacked up over time, a gradual progression from landline phones to mobile phones and then the internet-enabled devices. Each seemingly insignificant incremental step was a critical component of the transformative technology we now cannot imagine living our life without. Consequently, we need to debunk the myth that only monumental disruptive innovations create significant impact. The reality is that small, incremental innovations hold tremendous potential and often serve as the building blocks of the larger, more revolutionary changes we celebrate. So let's take a closer look at several examples that highlight the tremendous potential of small innovations with outside impact. First up, let's talk about the mouse wheel. This seemingly insignificant feature, now seen on almost every mouse, was not originally part of the design. In fact, it was only introduced in 1995 by the Microsoft IntelliMouse. Before the advent of the mouse wheel, users had to drag the scroll bar to navigate through the content, which was often cumbersome and time-consuming. The introduction of the mouse wheel brought about a significant shift in how users interacted with their computers. It allowed for quick and seamless scrolling through documents and web pages, significantly improving navigation efficiency. This small, incremental innovation also enhanced productivity and enriched the overall user experience, contributing to the broader goal of making technology more intuitive and user-friendly. Today, it's hard to imagine a mouse without a scroll wheel. Next, how about QR codes? The QR code, or quick response code, is a two-dimensional barcode initially created by the automotive industry in Japan back in 1994. It was initially developed by Denso Wave, a subsidiary of Toyota, to track car parts during manufacturing. The QR code improved on the traditional barcode, capable of storing a significant larger amount of information and being read from any angle. Its initial application was limited to the auto manufacturing process, but its potential for broader use was quickly recognized. In the years that followed, with the advancement of smartphones equipped with cameras, the QR code was used in various public and commercial applications. Its first use outside of automotive was in marketing, as companies used QR codes for promotional purposes. It went on to facilitate a wide range of use cases, from contactless payments to ticket validations and quick website access. The QR code made life easier, more efficient in countless ways. How about contactless payments? Born out of the desire for faster, more convenient payment methods, contactless payments took shape in the late 1990s. The first hint of this technology was when mobile introduced SpeedPass in 1997, a keychain device that allowed customers to pay at gas stations by simply waving the dongle near the pump. However, it wasn't until 2007 that the first contactless credit cards started appearing, with MasterCard's PayPass and Visa's PayWave leading the charge. These credit cards were embedded with a chip and an antenna, allowing transfer via RFID, radio frequency identification technology. Customers could now pay with their transactions by simply tapping their card against the payment terminal and eliminating the need for swiping the card or entering a PIN. Now, the innovation didn't stop there. With the advent of smartphones and near-field communication technology, the stage was set for the next evolution in contactless payments: mobile wallets. In 2011, Google launched Google Wallet, the first mobile wallet in the United States, enabling users to store their credit card information on their phone and make payments by tapping their device against a payment terminal. Today, contactless payments have become the norm in many parts of the world, with several other players like Apple Pay and Samsung Pay joining the fray. What started as a simple idea to make payments faster and more convenient has transformed how we transact, impacting millions of consumers and businesses worldwide. Now, my personal best example, the one I love, is LED lighting. LED lighting, an innovation that revolutionized the world of artificial illumination, has humble origins back into the early 20th century. The principal theory behind LEDs, or light-emitting diodes, was discovered in 1907 by a British experimenter, H.J. Round. However, it wasn't until the 1960s that practical applications of LEDs was first explored. Nick Holonyak Jr., an engineer at GE, is credited with inventing the first practical visible spectrum LED in 1962. The earliest LEDs only emitted a low-intensity red light, which found its use in calculators and watches. Over the next few decades, the technology gradually improved with the development of new materials allowing for LED lights of different colors, including the white light we see today. However, these early white LEDs were expensive and not very efficient, limiting their usage to specific applications. The first practical LED display was developed at HP Labs in 1968. Howard Borden and Gerald Picchini led its development. The LED displays used integrated LED circuit technology and was the first intelligent LED display. It was a revolution in digital display technology, becoming the basis for all later LED displays. Now, the real breakthrough in LED technology came in the mid-1990s, when a team of researchers, led by Suji Nakamura, then working at Nichi in Japan, developed a high-brightness blue LED. This was a game changer. It made it possible to create white light by combining blue light with phosphor, which improved efficiency and reduced the cost of LED lighting. The transformation from traditional incandescent bulbs to LEDs has resulted in substantial energy savings and reduced carbon footprint worldwide. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, LED lights use at least 75% less energy and last 25 times longer than incandescent lighting. Today, LED lighting is everywhere, from our homes and offices to our streets and vehicles. What about 3D printing? The roots of 3D printing or additive manufacturing can be traced back to the 1980s. Chuck Hull, an engineer and physicist, invented the first 3D printing process known as stereolithography in 1984 based on the inspiration from traditional printing and applying its concepts to 3D objects. Hull's invention allowed for the creation of 3D objects by successfully laying thin sheets of ultraviolet photocurable material, one on top of the other. This process marked a significant shift from traditional manufacturing methods, which was largely subtractive, involving cutting or drilling parts from larger materials. Hull's company, 3D Systems, commercialized the first 3D printer in 1987. However, the technology was expensive, primarily used for industrial prototyping. It wasn't until the 21st century, with technological advances and lower cost 3D printers, that the process became more accessible to the broader market. The next significant development in 3D printing came in 2009 when the UK's RepRap project, a university-based initiative, created the first self-replicating 3D printer. This printer could literally print its own parts, dramatically reducing the cost and increasing the accessibility of 3D printing technology. Today, 3D printing's influence can be seen across various industries, from automotive and aerospace, where it's used for creating prototypes and complex parts, to the medical field, where it's used for producing custom prosthetics and even human tissue. 3D printing continues to push the boundaries of innovation. Its potential in transformative production processes and customizing products to individual needs is only beginning to be realized, marking a new era in manufacturing and design. How about something as simple and lowly as your HDMI cables? High Definition Multimedia Interface, or HDMI, is a technology that has dramatically simplified and improved how we connect our audio and video devices. The development of HDMI can be traced back to 2002, when 7 prominent electronic manufacturers, including Sony, Philips, and Toshiba, collaborated to create a single cable that could transmit uncompressed audio and video signals. This was a major departure from the use of multitude of cables that were previously required for this purpose, such as composite or S-video cables, VGA cables. The simplicity and effectiveness of HDMI was apparent, and it quickly gained acceptance in the consumer electronics industry. In addition to simplifying the setup process, HDMI cables offered significant improvements in audio and video quality. They could transmit high definition and then later ultra high definition signals, offering a far superior viewing experience to standard definition signals. In the years following its introduction, HDMI standards have continued to evolve, with new versions offering improved functionality, higher speeds, and better signal quality. Today, HDMI is the de facto standard for connecting high-definition devices, from television and projectors to gaming consoles and computers. Its widespread adoption is a testament to its success in simplifying our digital lives and delivering high-quality audio and video experiences. Let's look at the toy space. What about Slinky? The Slinky, which is a beloved children's toy and a marvel of physics, has a very interesting origin story that dates back to the 1940s. It was invented by Richard James, a naval engineer, who discovered the toy by accident. While working on a project to develop springs for stabilizing sensitive equipment aboard ships, James knocked over a sample coil. To his amazement, the coil literally walked down the stack of books onto the tabletop and then onto the floor where it recoiled itself. James saw potential in this, and in 1945, him and his wife Betty launched James Industries, producing the very first Slinkies. What started as a simple toy has found unexpected applications in very diverse fields. In science classrooms worldwide, Slinkies are used to demonstrate wave properties, harmonic motion, and energy propagation. The toy's ability to walk down steps demonstrates important principles of physics, particularly the conversion of potential energy into kinetic energy. Scientists have even used Slinkies in the field of seismology to model P and S waves that occur during earthquakes. Moreover, in the realm of music, the Slinky has been used as an improvised musical instrument, its unique sound used in production of various songs and soundtracks. The Slinky's journal from accidental discovery to a household name demonstrates the fascinating interplay between simple concepts and far-reaching applications. Its popularity as a toy and a teaching tool continue to endure, proving that sometimes the simplest ideas can have the most profound impacts. Now, what are some of the lessons learned from these innovations, these small innovations? One is embrace serendipity. As seen in the creation of the Slinky, sometimes a chance observation can lead to groundbreaking innovation. It's important to keep an open mind and see the potential in unexpected occurrences. Number two, collaboration is key. The development of HDMI was a collaborative effort by several electronics manufacturers. This underscores the importance of collaboration in driving innovation. 3. Simplicity sells. Both the Slinky and HDMI cables highlight how simplicity can drive user adoption. The Slinky's simple physics and HDMI's simple cable solution both won over consumers with their straightforward, easy to understand design. 4. Evolution is essential. Like 3D printing technology and HDMI standards, successful inventions often need to evolve to meet changing consumer demands and technological advancements. Cross-disciplinary influence is number 5. The Slinky, originally a toy, found applications in education, seismology, music, and many other uses. This demonstrates that innovations can have far-reaching impacts across various disciplines, often beyond their original intended use. Number 6, enhance user experience. Contactless payments and the mouse wheel highlight the importance of user experience when developing new technologies or improving existing ones. A positive user experience can lead to rapid adoption and customer satisfaction. And number 7, understand user needs. The success of the mouse wheel underscores the importance of understanding user needs and behaviors. By addressing a specific user need, in this case, easy navigation, the mouse wheel significantly improved the functionality of the computer mouse. And number 8, seamless integration. As demonstrated by contactless payments, seamless integration of technology into everyday routines can lead to its widespread adoption. This requires a deep understanding of the context in which the technology will be used and designing solutions that fit naturally into that context. So, we've talked about the examples, we've talked about the lessons learned. So, how do you identify small innovations that could have outsized impact? Now, identifying these potential small innovation in everyday life can be achieved through some very simple strategies. First up, mindful observation. Pay attention to your daily routines and those of others. Look for inefficiencies, inconveniences, and pain points. These are opportunities for improvement and for innovation. Welcome feedback is important. Feedback, whether from colleagues, friends, family, or even strangers, can help identify gaps or areas for improvement that you may have overlooked. One area that I particularly focus in on is trying to stay updated. Follow trends and advancements in science, technology, and other fields of interest. These can inspire new ideas or enhancements to existing objects or processes. Next, experimentation. Don't be afraid to experiment. Some of the most impactful innovations arise from trial and iterations. Don't overlook cross-pollination of ideas. Apply solutions or concepts from one field to another. This can lead to innovative solutions that might not have been apparent within the original context. Now remember, it's not always about creating something entirely new. Often the most powerful innovations are those that improve or refine existing processes or tools, making life easier, more efficient, and more enjoyable. Now, as we wrap up this week's episode, remember, the profound impact that small innovations can have often extends far beyond their original purpose or field of use. From the accidental invention of the Slinky to the intentional design of HDMI cables and contactless payments, these examples demonstrate how simple ideas can transform into groundbreaking innovations. So, look around you, engage with your world, and don't shy away from experimenting with ideas, no matter how small or simple they may seem. Remember, even the simplest idea has the potential to create a ripple effect, leading to significant improvements and far-reaching impacts. So keep innovating, keep improving, and remember, no idea is too small to make a big difference. As we wrap up this week's episode, we want to take a moment to acknowledge you, our listeners. We understand how precious your time is, especially in today's fast-paced world. And I sincerely appreciate you carving out a part of your busy schedule to join us here on the show. Over the past 18 plus years of producing the show, we have explored a myriad of innovative concepts, technological advancements, and trailblazing ideas. Throughout this journey, your support and engagement have been our constant source of innovation and motivation. Each episode we create is a testament to your insatiable curiosity and passion for innovation. We are honored to be a part of this journey with you. We also want to express our gratitude for your active participation. Your feedback, questions, and insights have helped shape our show and enrich our understanding of the multifaceted world of innovation and how you are living it. You are repeatedly proven that our community is a treasure trove of diverse perspectives and pioneering ideas. These years have been incredible, and we look forward to many more. As we continue to dive into the fascinating world of innovation, we invite you to remain an active part of the communication. Let us know what you want to explore. Ask questions, share your insights, and most importantly, keep the spirit of curiosity alive. Before we sign off, don't forget, you can deepen your involvement and support of our show by heading over to philmckinney.com and clicking on the membership option to join. With your membership, you'll gain access to exclusive content, insights, unique downloads, and be invited to both virtual and live events only for members. Join us in our mission to inspire and foster innovation around the world. Your support matters. As we always say, no idea is too small to make a big difference. So keep innovating, questioning, and make ripples that can become waves of change. Until next week, keep exploring, innovating, and pushing the boundaries. Go out there and change the world. Bye-bye.
Podcasting nonstop since 2005, this has been the Killer Innovation Show on the Innovators Network.